We get the locals in.
Okay.
So, it's a bit cheaper for us, and they enjoy it too. So, yeah, but we got the FMX truck there. So, yeah.
And remember Rika the other week? We had Scott, Top Dog.
Yeah.
Scott Fitzgerald from Nitro Circus.
Yeah.
And
he was really interesting to talk to too.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Daniel Reardon. He often rides in that show, I think. I know Clive. Clive gets around. So he's very hands-on, Clive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always dreaming of something.
Right. Is he not in the... So he's not in the operations of this at the moment? No.
Yeah,
it's a different business, is he?
This show here is his show, so I don't really want to talk about it too much.
Well, it's not then.
Of course. You want to talk about your shows in Perth.
Yeah, that's right.
I get it, man.
But yeah.
You have to tell me 3 times before it... Really? You think I'm joking? All right.
No,
so,
yeah.
Where to from Mudgeeraba then?
Mudgeeraba, we go to... Well, I go to Perth and then fly back. Yeah. And then we have Bundaberg Speedway, which is just opening again. We're going to be there for the opening show, Monster Truck and Freestyle FMX up there, which will be cool because, the venue's reopening again. It was Carina Speedway, now it's Bundaberg Motorplex. So is it? Yeah.
Well, so they pump money into it.
Yeah,
potentially.
some other people come in and did it up again, and yeah, it's looking all right.
Great track, long straights.
Yeah. Haven't been there, but
haven't you? Man, really racy deal.
Because I've only ever seen Monster Trucks one on TV and at the Ekka. They're the only, I've never gone to an actual,
Did you go to the Ekka this year?
No, well, the last time I went to the Ekka was, I can't even remember.
Same.
Yeah. But I would love to go and see, because it used to be a sideshow, didn't it? But now it's the main.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it as a main, but it sounds like, from what I read today, it sounds really, really fun.
The choreography, can I say that? Choreography?
No, you can't. You tried. You really tried.
That word is really cool, fireworks going off at, to the beat of the music, and fireworks on the back of quad bikes and fireworks off kites coming off the back of the quads, and it's all really cool. Wow. So, really good choreography.
Choreography.
I saw something incredible Thursday night, just last Thursday night. I was at a gig in South Stradbroke Island, and they had...
Stratty.
They had jet pack... those guys that there's a jet ski?
Yeah.
And they put on a jet pack and they up in the sky, right? And you can hire them down at the spit. Well, these guys put on shows Australia-wide, so that little hose that connects them up in the air, it was 3 times the size that you see on those high ones. So these guys are that have to be 12 metres in the air, really, really high. But they had LED suits on, so it's all in the night time. All the jet skis are in LED. It made me kind of proud for a second. I'm like, wow, we've come... Aussies always get the second batch of what they do overseas a couple of years later. So they're like, oh, yeah, it's almost as good as that show I saw. This was spectacular. So I imagine your shows have caught up too, when you're talking about timing and fireworks, and we know how to do it now. And everyone's got more monster trucks now. They're even better. It used to be the crappy ones, and one would break down.
And they just drive over them. And
and
nowadays it's up in the air, and if it's not high, it's no-go,
Yeah, because we've all seen them on TV, and that's what we expect.
That's right.
Do the drivers get injured? Because that's there's a bit of...
Yeah and no, just depends what happens. Troy Garcia, that's his name, Troy Garcia.
Garcia.
Does he look like Andy Garcia? Andy Garcia's hot.
No, yes, he does, Rico. He does.
I like it.
Here's his phone number.
It's 0404 Monster.
It's cold, isn't it?
Oh, no, it is a little bit, just a little bit.
So, no, they don't really get hurt because they've got full containment race seats like they do in sprint cars. So, it's...
Explain, because I don't know what... I've never been in...
So, a full containment seat is pretty much padding right up the sides, head protection and everything like that.
Yeah.
They use Hans devices and stuff like that, so it's
so
like a
strapped
sprint car.
in real good.
And the
like
seat,
a baby seat, like a baby
goes
capsule.
around your legs and your head and your neck. So you can get shaken around everywhere, but you don't actually go anywhere. You can you feel it in your
legs and your arms move, but your body doesn't. So
and your head would have to be protected. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
well, the Hans device is a thing that you stick it on your chest over your
Yeah,
shoulders,
yeah.
and you're strapped in. You can't even turn. If I was looking like this, I couldn't even turn sideways to see you. You're basically just like this,
Yeah.
and it stops your neck from breaking.
Because that's what I was thinking when you see some of the stuff like the obstacle courses and
Yeah.
what the trucks do. It's like, holy moly,
Yeah.
what's the driver going through right at this moment?
It's surprisingly not that bad. Like you
No. I remember Jeremy
just
telling
get.
us he'd get Velcro and put it on top of his helmet, and then a Velcro strap over the back, and just put his head right back in the seat, and
Yeah.
then put the Velcro over there, and his head doesn't move at all.
Wow, it's a velcroed in.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
it'd
thought that was
have to
pretty cool.
though, because the amount of times like they bounce and roll and bounce and roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the olden days, the monster trucks, they had spring suspension. These days, it's nitro suspension. So, you know.
What's the
That-
difference?
What do you mean nitrous oxide?
Yeah.
Like a gas?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So, you know, a coil spring?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the way they used to be.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's oil and
Gas.
stuff
Oh.
like that. And, yeah.
Oh.
Far out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I remember getting pretty beaten up in mine because I was in a seat that was larger, you know, for anyone
Yeah.
fit in. They just threw some foam in it.
Any size
And,
fits.
Yeah, and I had my own Hans device for the helmet and all that, and strapped in. But from memory, I think I got a bit bruised up because
Yeah.
I went boom, you know, and went, yes, that was fun. You know?
Let's do it again.
Yeah, but you've got huge tires as well, so there's a lot of
Yeah.
absorption and stuff.
66 inches.
It's just a pretty nutty thing. It's such a big engine, so loud, but
Yeah.
they're not made to go fast.
No,
they
they're meant
kind
to-
of do, but
yeah. They're meant to go wheel stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
those drivers in the States are
Crazy.
Crazy, I know.
very good too.
Yeah.
Because you know what? This was what was weird. What do you actually call it when is it a when you can steer the rear axle?
A rear steer.
Rear steer.
Yeah.
So Rika,
Yes.
so picture this. One hand on the steering wheel steers the front wheels.
Yeah.
But over here on the dash was a little, just a tiny little electrical switch, and that could make the whole rear wheels turn this way or that
No
way. But it's
way.
like, "Gah," which would make so you can turn on a tight corner.
Yeah.
So often when you're driving these things, you got one hand on the wheel, you quickly change it into gear, and you got the finger on this funny electrical switch to steer the back wheels. It's
Four-wheel
totally
steer.
bizarre.
Wait, so this switch changes what? The
It-
steering wheel
the back
controls?
for the back wheels. No,
No.
only for the back.
So
Only
it's
for
two
the
different. Two different. The front wheels steer by the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And the back wheels steer by the
switch.
toggle switch. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can be
okay.
turning this way, and you flick the switch, and your back wheels are also turning this way. So it means you don't actually turn anywhere. You just go crab sideways.
That
Big-
is amazing. Just
Full
to
wheel
think
steer.
that you can. Like,
Just watching
in
your
a
brain
s-
trying to work this out.
Well, I am like to synchronize it all
So just
Yeah.
think
when
of
you're doing that. Yeah.
just think of a car with two steering wheels, one at the front and one at the back. That's
Exactly.
what it
I
is.
have trouble with one. That's right.
But the reason I bring that up is because the race guys, like the Monster Jam dudes, you can see them. They're going for fast laps. They're trying to
Yeah.
win these little races.
Yeah.
They're constantly on this switch.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like they're holding two steering wheels, and it's instantly they're not even thinking about it. It's amazing.
But that's what I mean, to be able to synchronize them, because they're both doing different things, right?
Yeah.
To actually like,
Yeah.
to make a cohesive movement of that vehicle. There are a few big words that come out of my mouth. But do you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
would be like so much concentration.
And if you flick that switch the wrong way, then
You go-
you'll
yeah.
you'll
Yep.
spin out
Yeah.
of control pretty much because, yeah.
Wow.
You got to drive one.
One day I hope.
Yeah, and because you'll sell the shows, like, you know,
Yeah.
it took me one, or maybe two goes, and look at me, still talking about it. You know,
Yeah.
you know what it's like when you're trying to sell anything. You
You've
can't
gotta
really do it until you know what you're on about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people, you know, you can feel that energy of someone about what they're on about.
Yeah.
'Cause you were just on the phone to 20 people before we pressed record. What were you doing there, by the way?
Organising the big screen because I do the big screen as well. So yeah, and that's another.
Whose big screen is it?
It's Clive's themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's an older screen, but it still works, and I get a bit of fun out of that because that's what I want to do one day, and
Yeah.
screens and audio.
Great. How big's the screen? Because I remember when I commentated the World Series sprint cars back in 2007, 2008, I think. We went on the road with a Brisbane big screen.
Yep.
Piece of shit. And then we, because all the sprint cars, the magnetos would trip out the reception from cameras to, it was like live cameras, and and it was a misery. But then the guys from Steve, what's his name? Everyone knows Steve from Timus
from Big Screens Australia.
Big Screens Australia had the super screen, and all that was sorted out and fixed up. So
I have troubles at the moment with my radio mics interfering with the screen. So I saw some guy on Facebook. He's like, what happens? And then I've fixed the problem. And
okay.
Wow, isn't Facebook amazing?
It is.
Fully. Live shows, but
you don't know what's happening until it happens. And
and the way you deal with it, and people stress out about this and that. And, I was actually critical of Clive when I paid the big bucks and went to see Monster Trucks maybe 2 years ago. Excuse me. Gold Coast Convention Centre.
Yeah.
I'm not critical at all, by the way, but definitely this was a very Aussie thing. So I knew I was going to the Monster Trucks to take my little, at the time, 4-year-old boy, right? And I knew all the crew there, but I'm up in the seats going, yeah, man, we're going to see everything. We're going to see freestyle motocross. We're going to see this and that. It was an indoor event. It was unreal, by the way. I'll have him that. But when the indoor fireworks show came out, Clive came out. So this is the boss. I knew he was the boss. No one else did. But he's wearing his race suit because he'd just been in one of the Monster Trucks, tied around his waist like I've seen him do a million times. And he's like plugging extension leads in, trying to get the thing going. I'm going, this is so Australian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the difference between, we're kind of like, what would you say? Like a school fete? Where, plug it in, Daryl. This was a big Gold Coast Convention Centre show filled with thousands of people, and out comes the boss with his leave it to me, bloody hell.
It's funny that you say that. Sorry, but I don't want to take away from you though. It's supposed to be about Aaron. Is that okay? No, well, I was going to take it right away from Aaron. But it is funny that, like, with shows like that, with the Australian coordinators and event managers and what have you, they're not up to international level. And so it's really awkward when international people come out here.
Yeah, they make us look like idiots. It's
endearing, though. They love us for it at the same time.
But the thing is, like, it's not that they're not professional. It's not that they don't know what they're doing, and it's not that they don't know their shit. It's just the laid-back attitude.
And that's what we're about to pretty much change with Adam coming on board. He's changed the show up completely. After every show, he asked me, "What do you think, Aaron?" I'm like, the shows are all the same. They've been the same for the last 10 years, and they are. So Adam's come on board and he's changed it up. We're theming it up. There's going to be 2 teams: Pirates versus the Cowboys. Drew's going to do some stickers for us.
Yay.
He is.
Sticker
I've been emailing him like crazy. I think I've sent 100 emails this week or over the last 2 weeks.
Sure.
Sorry, Drew.
It's good though.
Can you help me downstairs later? Put them.
But it means that,
it's
well,
great.
I find you'd rather get, all the information and know exactly what the client wants, wouldn't you? Rather than someone go, yeah, just do what you think.
100%.
Yeah, and like this show's going to be, it's going to be choreo. That's that word again.
Yeah, choreographed. Good. Yeah, you know what? When I first met Adam Brand, I was racing, and I noticed, and I got straight onto the big series. So I was like blowing my own mind, like, wow, this is great. Wade Aunger in commentary, but there was this country star, and I don't know anything about country, Adam Brand, and here's where you sort out the I want to do's from the dudes that just do, like Adam.
Yeah.
Who has the balls to go, I'm going to join a sprint car series to promote my country records, and at all times, I'm Adam Brand. I'm kicking